Hi, everyone. Today I have two stories for you. The first one is called Quentin Quokka's Quick Questions, and you can find that story on Epic Books. Remember, there are over 40,000 books that you can read through this website. I'd like you to go on every day. This book was written by Barabara de Rubertis, illustrated by R.W. Alley, and it's by the Kane Press. That's the publisher. All right. Quentin Quokka's Quick Questions. Quentin Quokka was always asking questions. Quick little questions, quiet little questions, 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 questions. Quentin asked Mama and Papa lots of questions. If you squeeze a squash, is it squishy or squashy? If you tickle a worm, will it squiggle or squirm? Quentin asked even more questions at school. I have a quick question, he would say. Alpha Betty, his teacher, would smile. You ask a lot of questions, Quentin, but they're good questions. One day, Alpha Betty took her class to the aquarium. A guide pointed out a squid in a big tank. Of course, Quentin had a question. He said, Do squid really squirt ink? He inquired. That means he was curious to know, so he asked. Just then, a big fish started chasing the squid. Quick as a wink, the squid squirted a cloud of inky black liquid. Then it squiggled away and hid. Quentin giggled. I think the answer to my question is yes. Squids do squirt ink. The next day, Alpha Betty took the class to visit Queenie Quayle's quince jam factory. A quince is a fruit. Queenie showed the class her quince trees. Here they are. And she showed them how to make jam from the fruit. Quentin stood close to Queenie. See, here he is, so he could watch the pot of jam cooking over the fire. I have a quick question, he squeaked. Is quince jam supposed to smoke like this? Quack, said Queenie when she looked at the pot. We must add more liquid. Quentin quickly filled a quart jar with water, and Queenie poured it into the pot. The jam hissed loudly. When it quieted down, Queenie added some spices. She tasted the jam and she smiled. I think we've just created something new, she said. Our first pot of Quentin Quokka's smoky quince barbecue sauce. It was no longer jam. Then came the most exciting day of all. Quincy Quoll's world-famous quart jar quartet was coming to visit Alpha Betty's class. Quentin loved the quartet's songs, especially the Squiggle Wiggle Boogie. Alpha Betty had a request for Quentin. The quartet can't spend much time with us today, so please try not to ask questions. Just listen and enjoy the music. Quentin nodded. He understood. Suddenly, Quincy Quoll banged on the door. Are the kids ready to boogie? He boomed. Yes, the class squealed. The quartet quickly set out their quart jars. Here's the quart jars. They added water up to a mark on each jar. Then they tested the tones of the jars by tapping them. Ping, pang, pong. Quentin had lots of questions, but he kept quiet. Finally, the quartet put on fancy jackets covered with sequins. They picked up their sticks, and Quincy Quoll said, a one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4. The quartet's sticks were flying. Their music rocked as they strummed the jars. This made the jars shiver and shake. It made the liquid shiver and shake and quake. In fact, everything was quivering and everything was quaking. Suddenly, Quentin jumped in. I have a quick question, he squeaked. Are we having an earthquake? The quartet stopped playing, but the quivering and quacking did not stop. Drop, cover, and hold on, said Alpha Betty. Quickly now! The class ducked under their desks. The quartet squeezed under the tables. They all held on to something. After a few moments, the quaking quit. Everything was quiet. Alpha Betty said, It's safe to come out now. The earthquake is over. We're lucky it was a small one. Quincy Quoll came over to Quentin. "Who is this quick-thinking student?" he asked. Alphabetti smiled proudly. "This is Quentin Quokka. He always asks the best questions." "Now I have a question for you, Quentin," said Quincy. "Would you like to request a song?" "Oh, yes," said Quentin. "Please play the Squiggle Wiggle Boogie." Quincy Quoll grinned. "Excellent choice. I hope you're ready to sing." The quartet grabbed their sticks, and Quincy said, "A one, a two, a one, two." "One quick question," Alphabetti interrupted. "Quentin, can you teach us how to do the Squiggle Wiggle Boogie?" Quentin beamed. That means he was smiling so much. "You bet I can." The quartet started playing a wild boogie woogie, and Quentin Quokka sang and danced along. "Make your arms squiggle and wiggle, make your legs shiver and shake. Do the boogie woogie like you're in an earthquake, squiggle wiggle boogie." Soon, everyone was doing the Squiggle Wiggle Boogie, even Alphabetti. Afterwards, Quentin Quokka had one last question. "Could you please do it again?" Oh boy, that was such a fun book. And at the end of the book, it gives you fun facts, a look back, and a try this. And we're going to do the try this. It says to draw some quart jars. Well, I didn't draw them. I actually have quart jars in my cupboard. So I took them out and I labeled them with letters. This one says QU. This one over here says I. This one over here says Z. This one over here, what does that one say? Yes, CK. And this one over here says LT. We're going to make some words using our quart jars. We're going to start with the QU. What does QU say? Qua, as in quack. That's right. And then I'm going to put the vowel I next to it. QUI says quit. And now if I put the Z at the end, it says quiz. I put them all together and that says quiz. I'm going to take away the Z. Bye-bye, Z. I'm going to put up the CK. Now I have a quick. Quick as a wink. That's what Quentin did. He told everyone to get underneath their desks when the earthquake was happening. Now I have a QU, qua. I have an I for I, and I have an LT, lt. Qua, lt. Quilt. Quilt, just like the quilted pillowcase that I showed you earlier. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this story. I'm going to read you one more story. I hope you'll tune in for that one too. Take care and have a great day. Bye.